Hi everyone, so today I have this die and press decor, maybe like home decor envelope stamp die kit. I'm assuming that's what that means. So die and press did bring this to HSN for the May 12th craft day, but I know it is currently available there on the HSN site. So they did send this item free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. Oh my gosh, look at that. And the links I'll have in the description box. Most likely with HSN, they're embedded in the video or at the very top of the description box. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Look how pretty this is. I'm getting so distracted. So thank you for using those if you would like. This is going to make an amazing project. What? I see all these, like maybe the envelope flap, right? Let's see. Oh my gosh. Just gorgeous. So many pieces in here, and then look how big these are. I guess they're the decorative pieces. Oh my gosh. Yeah guys, so I'll link everything that's currently available there on HSN, and I'm sorry, whenever I show instructions the lighting just goes crazy. Let me try to adjust that. I'm sorry, it's really blue. I don't know if I can adjust it very well, but I should have opened these up while I was waiting there, because we're towards the end on that one. So yeah, let me give you a measurement on the largest die before we actually talk about these things. It's going to be this big guy that we saw at the beginning, right? So let's check that out. And this guy is pretty much right on 10 inches. And then the other direction by 6 7/8, so just shy of 7 inches. So you're definitely going to need a larger machine. That's why it has the Grand Marquis branding on here. So if you have the Grand Marquis, you're going to have no problem. But if you have a smaller machine, like your standard like Big Shot or Platinum 6 or something like that, it's not going to be wide enough. Okay, so the length is never an issue because you can always just double it up, pass through what can go through and then rearrange your plates and then do the rest. But the width is where it's going to get you, and that's as thin as it's going to be. So make sure you have a machine that can accommodate this big guy. Okay, so it's telling you you're going to cut the envelope flap and then cut it with whichever flap you would prefer, right? The detail there. And then you're going to cut the base of the envelope there, and you're going to adhere those together, of course, and then you're going to bring it in just like your standard envelope. And then glue obviously the shape here. And maybe you're going to decorate it. Very cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, that's the gist of it. So over here, they're showing you maybe some decorated ideas. They're showing you the different things you have. So you have the die for the little bow. You have just the bow accent. You have these little inlays of like these little flowers. Of course, if you're doing inlays, you're going to want to think about that before you start adhering. Like here, if I was going to do an inlay, I would add it, when it was on its own. Yeah, back here. Like back in here somewhere. You can probably even add it together, because if you're just going to do a little cut, just place the dies, tape them down so they don't move, right? Like this. Oh, I have to use that. So pretty. Again, another inlay here, and then this cool one, like this bigger one, the smaller one. I mean, that could be on the actual main envelope on the opposite side. It just depends on how you use the envelope, right? You have all these other little bits you can kind of add. It looks like you have a dragonfly die cut. You have that beautiful heart die cut. This gorgeous butterfly. I mean, there are so many things on here that don't just have to do with the envelope, right? A Stampin' Cut for the little flower, like bunch there, or whatever you want to call it. It looks like a stem. A swag, right? The little sprigs here. It looks like they have a left and a right, which we love. So stamp and die for both those. Some frames and different things that you can stamp. All this beautifulness, and then your to and from kind of things. You have the word special delivery and the die for it, just for you. Hugs inside. Made with love. Happiness enclosed. This is going to be a quick and amazing project. So very straightforward there. Like I said, for your acrylic stamps, and I'm sorry if I don't mention that, if I forget to mention that, Die and Press works in acrylics. These are acrylic stamps. Huge. I mean, these are going to be great for just anything, right? I mean, a card. These are awesome. Look at that. I mean, hope you can tell. These are real big. And then, of course, like these cute frames and things. Again, all these wording. And then your address, return address kind of things. You do have to and from there, made with love, all these great things. So yeah, I'm just gonna hop right to it. Let me grab, I don't know, I just make a white envelope because that's a little bit boring, but okay, let's use a color. I don't know, I'll pick some color that I have in my stash and I'll be right back. You are probably gonna need 2 pieces of A2, I will say, because this guy's pretty big. And then you need this piece at least, right? So you're gonna need a larger something. And then I'll tell you the envelope sizing when we're done here, the size it makes. Might be a weird thing to do, but I'm gonna make a black envelope. So if you want to stamp like the to and from, you can either put a panel, you can do it with like embossing powder so it shows up really well, like with white embossing powder, or, you know, white ink with embossing powder, however you want to do that. But this guy is definitely going to need to fit on your A2 size paper this way. But I have an idea. I'm going to do an inlay, but I think you're going to be able to see through it if we do that. So maybe we're going to do a backing on this other piece. So anyway, so this is your main envelope base, so I'm going to run that through, and then we have this piece, and then after we cut this piece we'll use one of these pieces here. So wherever you think that you need to cut this on your paper to maximize your paper, do that, and I will be right back. I'm just going to run these two pieces through. You can definitely use these to make cards. I mean, all these flaps, you know, the edge die there. I mean, it's gonna look really nice. Okay, I'll be right back. I tell you, my neighbor cannot get enough of yard work. He doesn't do it himself. He has people do it, but they've been here all week. So I know sometimes people tell me, oh, you can't hear him anyway, but I feel like you can a little bit. So I apologize for that. Okay, so the next one is this. And I was just trying to see where is it you should place this, because if you place it too high, obviously you don't want to do that. I do want to use our inlay too. And I'm thinking this inlay, let me see how it works. And like I said, you can do it all at once. Maybe it depends on the envelope flap thing. Maybe you can't do it all at once. But I feel like that one and this one go together really well. Ooh, okay, so let's see where this should be. They're showing it kind of up higher like this. You know, I'm kind of eyeballing at this point. They're showing it right under, except for this one. This one, they are showing it further down. So obviously you don't want it so far down that it's gonna miss, but I can see that if it's here and this is glued together, the flap will be like about here. That should be okay. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit more just in case. Right? Okay. So I would say it's about 3/4 inches from that, and we'll see if that works. If I'm not correct, then I will let you guys know. Definitely put some washi on this. Do not want that to move at all. And whenever I put washi, I always try to put it towards the outside of the project, like whatever's going to be taken off anyway. I feel like this is a little bit crooked. Hold on. So this is going to cut away, so I'm going to put this facing out, just in case it were to tear your paper. It'll tear it on this outside instead of your project. And then this piece, and I'm going to do it all at once because why not? Okay, so there, and why not means you definitely have to washi this too. Okay, I'm going to run that through all at the same time, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see how that worked out. Oh, so pretty. Okay, I'm going to be careful with that. All right, let me just clean out these little bits. How cute are these? I mean, if you want to do inlays, I'll show you. I'm going to back this with something, but you can definitely back it and then do inlays if you're the type that loves to do that kind of thing. I'll be right back. And so, I mean, pretty easy here. You're just going to adhere this. I am going to score on that line first, though. I always like to score things before you glue them, just because later on if you don't, it might pop away when you go to score it. And then this is scored towards the inside. I put the nice side facing down. Super quick project, guys, and just so pretty. Really well done, diamond press. It looks like it's going to be for an A2, which is generally what we work with, or at least what I work with. Yeah, it's almost 5 3/4, like a hair shy of 5 3/4 by 4 3/8. Okay, so definitely hold your A2s nicely and comfortably there. I'm going to stick this down, and then I'm going to do a backing on this, but you can add the backing first, whatever it is that you want to do. I just want to show you what the project looks like without the backing, so you can decide if you need to have it or not, you know. And so I'm going to put glue again right to the very edge that's on this outer piece. And usually I like to give it a little bit of a zhuzh, so I'll put this down and kind of try to move it around just a little bit so that that glue spreads a little bit for you. And definitely look on this back side to make sure that this is right on the edge, which is what I prefer, so it looks nice and clean right on that edge. I'm gonna lay that flat. And that's gonna hold and not be a problem there. And then we have these guys, and this is gonna glue up here. So again, I normally put the glue like on the very edge of this, because I know that's gonna be down inside, right? See that? And then I'll put it on the very edge of this, because this is gonna touch up there. So that way I know it's getting adhered as far up and in as it can. Does that make sense? So the very edge of this guy, but the very bottom edge of the inside flap. And that's just how I work envelopes. Oh, I shouldn't have scratched that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this top piece, I'm going to score it, train it to be where it needs to be. Okay. And so that's what that would look like if you didn't have anything back here. So just, it looks pretty. If your card is in there, you're going to see in there a little bit, right? So what I'm going to do is make a little something to cover that. Now, you can definitely use the two dies that you used to begin with, right, to make the flap plus that decorative die. So I kept the edge out, and I'm going to grab something pretty. I was thinking about shimmery paper or shiny or glittery paper. That'd be great. Anything kind of decorative that's going to show through, but I'll be right back. Let's have some gorgeous, I was like gorgeous gold paper. So gorgeous paper. Okay, there you go. And again, like I said, you can use the flap, just cut it and just cut away the pieces you don't need, which would be like this glue tab and stuff like that. But I want to see about how wide this is. Like I said, it's almost 5 3/4 by just shy of 3 1/2. So I'm gonna cut this 5 3/4 ish. And maybe just a little bit over 3 1/2 inches deep, just to have a little something extra, but we're gonna cut some of that away anyway. And you can definitely, like I said, use the die, but I just don't want to waste any of this beautiful gold paper. And I'm gonna put this on here, and then we're gonna end up trimming some of this away, so just know that. So I'm gonna place it towards the bottom so I know I have the scallop edge, and if I have to cut anything away from here, I'll do it there instead of this not being quite where we want it. Okay, so just going to run that through, and while I'm running that through, I'm also going to cut a little accent piece for the front of the card, which is probably going to be the dragonfly, and I'll cut it from the same gold paper just to have some cute decoration on the front. Oh yeah, look at this, on this black paper, it totally tore it. So anyway, that's why I always put tape towards the outside of the project, just in case. Okay, I'm going to run that through, and then from another scrap of this, I'm going to run through this little guy. Mind you, it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning, and this gentleman is out there doing that. Yeah, okay, bye. Bye. I'll be right back. He has me all... So just so... look how cute. Very delicate. Sorry, when I pulled it out, I didn't think of that. I just kind of threw it to the side there. But his little body's very delicate. This guy right here. What we're going to do is just trim away enough of this so that it just sits back in here, you know? So should I eyeball that? Let me see. And just kind of tucking it in there so it looks nice and neat on the back. And it looks like I need to cut it like about, let's see, here. Okay? And that's how I would do that if you're going to do a decorative kind of inlay or inside. I'm sure you can figure another way. Whatever it is you want to do will be great. And I'm trying to keep this straight as I can. Let's see how that goes, and if that doesn't work out, then I'll cut a little bit more. Oh, I think that's wonderful. Okay, that'll be great. I am going to cut a little bit off the edges because I know this side piece still wants to show a little bit. But that's kind of why I eyeballed about how big this is, so I can then take a little bit off and not miss any, right? That would be sad. Okay, I'm just going to glue this in and just put glue pretty much everywhere. You saw that it really goes right to the edge almost, right? Just missing the very, very edge there. All in here. And then I'll just add dots of glue here and there just to kind of hold this part down. No big deal. If you're going to put it in the mail, then you definitely want to really make sure you're putting quite a bit of glue in this area. But for this one, I feel like I'll be handing it to or putting inside a gift box. So just getting a little glue here and there. And then just adding this right down on there. Look at that, perfect. I've got a little extra glue right there. I'm gonna hold that down for a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So pretty. Look at that. And then this little guy, I just cut it out because I figured I can just add it to the front. You know, depending on what you're doing, you have the heart, you have butterfly, you have these other cute border type things, whatever it is that goes with your project or your card. Would be awesome. I just wanted to cut a little something else out to decorate with. And that would be this. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there with my overzealous neighbor there with all his many garden projects. But thanks for watching. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links as appropriate in the description box, again, possibly embed in the video here, and I will see you all. Well, actually, let's hold up. Let me just show you how, yes, this is for an A2 size card. We already talked about that, but again, you know, this one has a little thickness to it even. There you go. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.